Totem pole, 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 totem pole.
Ladies and gentlemen, Totem Pole Sports on the weekend, where content is always being made. Don't forget, we're sponsored by St. Pete Rejuvenate, and we're also making an account at autograph.io, or you can go to the Apple Store or the Google Play Store and download Autograph. It's the black app. Download Autograph and use the code Totem Pole Nation for more content, and sign up using the code Totem Pole Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, do you see the matching scheme, the totem pole hat, the red, the Patriots color, the New England Patriots football season's on the way? I hadn't been more passionate and excited about the Patriots. I mean, I've been excited, passion. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get football season started. I'm gonna screen share the schedule real quick. I'm not gonna keep it up for too long, but this is great. We're gonna recap basically, all 17 games and see if they're gonna make any type of playoff push. I know there's a lot of haters that think the Patriots are gonna be last, and Paul thinks he's always right, but he's not always right. Just because you're old don't mean you're always right. So Paul will give me my money, obviously. And definitely Paul will give me whatever it's called. He will also give me my money, maybe, at some point in the future as well. But let's go over the Patriots. Schedule as well. Let's go over the schedule. I want to screen share it real quick for like maybe about 10 seconds. But here is the schedule of the New England Patriots. I think they got one of the top 7 or top 8 toughest schedules, according to win percentage of the teams from last year. Week 1, Cincinnati Bengals. Week 2, Seattle Seahawks. Week 3, the Jets on Thursday Night Football. Week 4 is the 49ers. That was, I think, a Monday night game at some point in time, but now that is a 4 o'clock game on the West Coast. Week 5, we have the Miami Dolphins. Week 6, we have the Texans. Week 7, we have Jacksonville and London. Week 8, we have the Jets. Week 9, we have the Titans. Week 10, we have the Bears. Week 11, we have the Rams. Week 12, we have the Dolphins. Week 13, we have the Colts. A bye week on week 14. So we play 13 games straight. And we got a bye week on December 8th. Week 15, we have the Cardinals. Week 16, we have the Bills. Week 17, we have the Chargers. And week 18, we have the Bills again. I'm going to go over, obviously, the schedules team by team. I'm start with week 1 of the Bengals. Now, Joe Burrow is coming off a wrist injury. He's coming off an injury of last season. We know that the Cincinnati Bengals do tend to damn struggle in the first couple of weeks, and they get the grind going towards the end of the season. But this all depends on how healthy the Bengals actually are. By the way, when it comes to this, they did lose a receiver. I think T. Higgins went to the Titans or something like that, so they did lose a receiver. We still got Jamar Chase. Now, with our Patriots defense, we still got Christian Gonzalez, second-year guy. He was injured last year. We still got Matt Judon. We still have a lot of key guys that are very important to our team. And I know that we don't have Bill Belichick, and everybody wants to troll. Well, it's not Bill Belichick anymore. Well, there's a reason for that. Bill Belichick's record without Tom Brady between 2020 and 2024 was 82-98. He made the playoffs one time. That was Mac Jones' rookie year. They went 10-7. They got blown out by the Buffalo Bills, 47-17. So that doesn't really matter in that circumstance. When it comes to this division of the AFC East, before I get into the Bengals matchup, um, AFC East is going to be very tough. Um, I did say that the Bills are probably going to win the division to be realistic. Um, Everybody says the Bills won't have wide receivers, but they signed Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a two-time Super Bowl champion. So they have a great addition. Plus, they drafted very well for the Bills as well. The Miami Dolphins, they can't win against teams above a winning record last year, but I think we always just have trouble with the Miami Dolphins for the past couple of years, even during the Tom Brady era. Um, at the end of the day, when it comes to the Patriots, I think they'll be between second and third, and the Jets will probably be last in the division. And you can call me a hater or whatever you want, but I'm not a hater. I'm not. It's going to come down to Nathaniel Hackett. When it comes to the Jets, it's going to come down to Nathaniel Hackett. Um, the offensive line, I understand they built the offensive line, but at the end of the day, coming back from the Achilles injury is not easy. And he's not the only quarterback. Kirk Cousins is coming back from that as well. So I still think the Patriots will be 11-6. The first year of Gerard Mayo's era and a new era of the Patriots. Robert Kraft made a great decision. By the way, I think that was part of Bill Belichick's contract. If he really got fired or let go, part of the contract clause was be Gerard Mayo to be the next head coach. So I think it's very smart. So Gerard Mayo did hire his own staff. Alex Van Pelt is the offensive coordinator this year. And then we had DeMarcus Covington as the defensive coordinator. Of course, Steve Belichick's no longer there. Bill O'Brien's no longer there. Bill O'Brien's the head coach of Boston College. Steve Belichick is the defensive coordinator of Washington. Of course, Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time, was doing his other thing. So I think the Patriots will be 11-6, and I'll tell you why. Patriots always have a top 5, top 10 defense in the NFL. What has been the inconsistent part? The quarterback, right? We traded away Mac Jones for a 6th-round pick about 2 months ago, which I think it was great. At some point, it was Mac Jones' time to go. We drafted Drake May with the 3rd overall pick in the draft. We still have Bailey Zappi on the roster, and then we brought in Jacoby Brissett on a 1-year, $8 million deal. Don't really care how much the money is. Like I said, well, you don't bring in a guy for $8 million and blah, 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 blah. I can get 2 shits less how much you bring him in for. It's not Bill Belichick being the GM. This is Robert Kraft. So they're willing to spend maybe a little bit more money and stuff like that as well. When it comes to the quarterback position, are we ready to throw Drake May in the fire against the Bengals? Bengals always have a great defense. It's going to be very tough. I still think we'll pull off this win against Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow is going to be tough to compete against. Obviously, he's one of the top quarterbacks, about top 7, top 8 quarterbacks in this league when healthy. But with the quarterbacks, it's going to be very tough who we start. I think it's going to be Drake May, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Jacoby Brissett. But at the end of the day, we just need to be able to get the job done. So I feel like the Patriots in Week 1 will be able to get the job done against the against the Cincinnati Bengals. So I think the Patriots win here. I'm not really worried about what the score is, but I have a feeling that we're gonna beat the Bengals in Week 1, and that game is at Cincinnati. That's great, but at some point, this is the NFL. You have to be able to win on the road. Second game at home against Seattle. Drew Lock went to the Giants. They still have Geno Smith. They still have DK Metcalf. They still have Tyler Lockett. The Seahawks have a new the new head coach, and Mike McDonald. He was the defensive coordinator, I think, for Michigan under Jim Harbaugh, and then was the defensive coordinator for the Ravens under John Harbaugh. So both Harbaugh brothers, the defensive coordinator, runs a very successful defense. I still think we're going to win Seattle-wise. I know Seattle's going to bring in that energy on the defensive side. It's not going to be the Legion of Boom defense like it was back in 2012 when Dan Quinn was running that cover 3 and that very aggressive defense. They don't have a Richard Sherman or Cam Chancellor or Bobby Wagner of any type. But the Seahawks is going to be very, very tough, regardless. Um, it's going to be tough. I think Geno Smith did a great job. I know he was hurt half the season, but it's going to be very tough against the Seattle team. We'll pull off this win, but I'm going to say barely pull off this win. The Jets. The Jets on Thursday Night Football after playing Seattle in Week 2. This will be a Thursday night game. This is right now. The only primetime game the Patriots have is on Thursday night because of the Jets. It doesn't even matter if it's you could say it's an Aaron Rodgers thing. Yeah, that's a factor. But, I mean, the Patriots and the Jets, whether they're good or they're trash, they always play on prime time. That means the Patriots and Jets. So even in past years. We'll beat the Jets. We're on the road against the Jets. We'll beat the Jets. It's not going to be as easy as it looks. I know they have Aaron Rodgers and not Zach Wilson. I'm not doubting Aaron Rodgers at all. I know they got some offensive linemen. They got some pieces on defense. They drafted, I think, a lineman with the 10th overall pick, I think. So they're adding some pieces, but Aaron Rodgers is only going to be able to play for 2 more years, and he's coming off that Achilles injury. Like I said, this matchup between the Jets and the Patriots is going to be great. I think they'll probably split this series 1-1. I think we'll get them early in the season while the Jets are still trying to revamp that offense with Aaron Rodgers being healthy. The defense has never really been an issue or been a problem. The only concern of the Jets is the offensive line. The offensive line has been the main issue. So we'll see if they can protect that left side and that right side of Aaron Rodgers in that run game. Are they gonna be effective in the run game more consistently? What's the balance? Is it going to be 70 passing, 30 running, or like what's the balance between all of this? I think they should be a run first team, even though Aaron Rodgers is at quarterback can give you numbers. It's gonna be tough. Both of these teams have great efficient defenses, especially you got Matt Judon back, you got Dietrich Weiss, you got Marco Wilson. You still have a great defense in the New England Patriots. Josh Uche came back. You got a great defense at the end of the day, but we just have to be able, to keep up with the Jets. It's not going to be easy, but I'll say the Patriots will start off the season 3-0. This 49ers, that is going to be tough. I'm going to take the L on the 49ers. Brock Purdy is just great. The 49ers have too many weapons we have to really worry about. The question is, if you even stop Brock Purdy or make him a turnover ball quarterback, you got to stop Christian McCaffrey and Elijah Mitchell. That's the only issue. I think we'll take the L here for the 49ers. This is a very tough team. The 49ers just went to the Super Bowl. The last 2 to 3 seasons, they went to the NFC Championship game. I feel like the 49ers will be representatives of the NFC again. I would not be surprised if it's going to be the Lions and the 49ers rematch in the playoffs. I know the rematch is happening during the regular season. But as far as for the Patriots, it's going to be an L right here. So it will be 3-1 right here. Now, the Miami Dolphins at home. We just never been able to put our foot on the gas when it comes to the Miami Dolphins. I'll take the L right here. We'll lose 2 straight probably, even though my heart's telling me we don't want to lose 2 straight, but we're going to lose 2 straight here. We can never figure out the Dolphins. It's like the Dolphins have figured us out the last couple of years, but we can never figure out Miami. I don't think we hadn't beat Miami in probably a good 3 years. Let me be honest. I don't think we might have beat them last year, maybe, but I felt like as a Patriots fan, it's been a while. It's been a while since we beat Miami. It's been a while since we beat Miami. And Miami, you got Tua, you got Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Raheem Moister, and Mike McDaniel is one of the great offensive minds. If they establish a tight end in their offense, man, we're going to be in some trouble. So I don't know how we're going to figure out the Dolphins. We've never been able to figure them out. But we'll take the L right here. The Houston Texans at home, I think, will be a great, great matchup. C.J. Stroud's a great quarterback. the Migo Ryans. They have high expectations. The Houston Texans, I think, have one of the toughest schedules as well in the NFL. I know the Cleveland Browns, I think, had the first toughest schedule, but I know the Houston Texans are up there as well. Um, we'll take the W right here. I don't think we're going to win. I don't think we're going to start 3-0 and drop three straight games right here. So I think we beat the Texans. CJ Stroud is going to be tough to deal with. Very, very tough to deal with. If our defense can just put pressure on them, I know they got Diggs from Buffalo. They got a great running back as well. Their defense is also great as well. It's going to be very tough, but we'll pull off the win against the Houston Texans. That will put us at 4-2. Week 7, Jacksonville in London. This is going to be tough. What type of Jacksonville team are we going to get here? Jacksonville was the number 1 seed last year. They started off 8-3 and they fell to 9-8. They fired a defensive coordinator. They revamped. Trevor Lawrence is on a 5th-year option. So this is a time for Trevor Lawrence to really prove himself if he belongs in the NFL. Second year under Doug Peterson as the head coach. This is going to be tough. The Jaguars are very good in London. They're very great in London for some reason. So this is both a road game for both of these teams. They go to London. It's a primetime matchup at 9:30 in the morning. To be a Patriots fan on that day, you got to make sure you get up at 7 a.m. that day. It's a London game at 9:30. Um, we'll pull off the win. We'll be 5-2 at that point. It's going to be tough. I'm not going to say we're going to cakewalk them or nothing. It's going to be very, very, very tough. But we'll see how this goes. It's going to be very, very tough. Give me the W with the Jaguars. Week 8, you have the Jets again at home. This could go either way. Either we lose week 3 at the Jets, or we win week 8 at the Jets. Or, it doesn't really matter. I say we split 1-1, maybe beat them 2-0. But realistically, probably beat them 1-1. I probably say we could beat them twice, but it looks like we may split it with the Jets. So we'll probably put ourselves at 5-3. It's hard to beat Aaron Rodgers twice. It's very, very hard, especially when you're in the same division with a team. You play each other twice a year. The Jets, the Dolphins, and the Bills. It's gonna be tough. So I see us probably losing right here to the Jets, and we'll split it. That puts us at 5-3 after week 8. Week 9, we had the Tennessee Titans on the road. It's gonna be a trap. I know that they got a new head coach, but the Titans, Brian Callahan thinks the new head coach. Who's going to start? Is it Tannehill? Is it Will Levis? Who's going to start? They don't have any receivers. They lost Derrick Henry. I thought they drafted pretty well, especially from the offensive line standpoint. This is going to be a trap game where this is probably a game that we shouldn't lose to, but we're going to lose. There's some history involved. I know Mike Vrabel is not there, but it's this gonna be a trap game. This is going to be a trap game. What's good, Jenkins? Thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Nation at Total Pole Sports. We appreciate you. This is going to be a trap game. So week 9, that will put us at possibly 5-4. Right here, the Bears on the road against the Bears. Caleb Williams. I'm not a hater towards Caleb Williams. Whatever Paul wants to say that I'm a hater and all this stuff, that's not true. I'm not a hater when it comes to Caleb Williams, but you're throwing that man into the fire. That's the only option that they have for Matt Eberflus to really keep his job is to throw Caleb Williams under there. Now, I know that they got I appreciate you, Jay, because I got to have some flyer on the go. I know that the Bears, when it comes to things like this, that they have an offensive line, they have a wide receiver. Keenan Allen is older, and I know they have the pieces, but the Bears, I still think they'll be third in the division as well. Yes, Totem Pole Nation hat. You can go get the Totem Pole Nation hat on TotemPoleSports.com as well. The shirt is great. The shirt is not awful. The Patriots all the way. Anyway, uh, so when it comes to the Bears, at the end of the day, we'll still beat the Bears. That will put us at 6-3, or 6-4, after week 10. We'll beat the Bears easily. Caleb Williams is welcome to the NFL at that point. Um, our defense is really going to pressure that as well. I appreciate you with the comments, Jenkins. It means a lot. Week 11, the Rams. This is going to be a 6-5 right here. Sean McVay, a genius on offense, a great genius on offense. Matthew Stafford is back. Cooper Kupp. We got to deal with Cooper Kupp. We got to deal with the tight ends. We got to deal with the running backs. The Rams just can beat you in so many different ways. Offensively as well, they can beat you so many different ways. We'll probably lose to the Rams at home. So that'll put us at 6-5. Appreciate you for the compliments, Jenkins. It means a lot. Appreciate you. Week 12, the Dolphins. This is before Thanksgiving. W. That would put us at 7-5. That would be the W. Obviously, right here, that would be a huge W. We have to beat the Dolphins at some point, whether we beat them at home or beat them on the road. But we have not been able to beat the Dolphins on the road in a very, very long time. I don't know when. I don't want to know when, because every time we lose to the Dolphins, it pisses me off every day. It pisses me off every single week. So we'll beat the Dolphins week 12. That will put us at 7-5. Appreciate you, Jenkins, for the compliment once again. Seahawks better. Seahawks, we'll see how good they are. I mean, we'll see how good the Seahawks are. That's all I got to tell you. Week 13 before the bye week. Whoa, they're playing 13 games. At home against the Colts will be a W. Anthony Richardson is back. The Seahawks are the same Stein. They almost made the playoffs. Paul was incorrect and wrong talking about the Colts were garbage. The last game between the Colts and the Texans was the last game of the regular season between the Texans and Colts. That team would have made the playoffs. It came down to the final game, talking about the Colts were garbage last year. It came down to the final game. The final game. If the Colts beat the Texans, they're in the playoffs. The Colts had a winning record last year, but they were garbage according to Paul. They were garbage. I'm talking about without Anthony Richardson, they were garbage. Gardner Minshew played great. We're gonna beat the Colts here. It's not going to be easy, but we have to be able to stop Anthony Richardson, Michael Pittman. You have a great day as well. I don't have any jeans on, so how would you know about that? Madness, you're a hater. Nobody's gonna be 5-12 unless you want to put up like $1,000 about that. I'm not wearing jeans. We got a bye week in week 14. Week 15, we have the Cardinals. Primetime game, 4:25. We'll beat the Cardinals. I'm not worried about the Cardinals. Coming off the bye week, will be week 13 will be what 8-5. So this will be 9-5 right here for the Patriots right here. So give me the Patriots to beat the Cardinals right here. So that'll put us at 10-5 right there, 10-5 or 9-5. The Bills, I think it's 3 days before Christmas. We'll be at L right here. I think we'll lose the first game and then win the last game. Or actually, I'm gonna take my W here. Week 16, we'll have 10 wins right here, so we'll be 10-5 right here at the week 16. We'll beat them at home, but we probably won't be able to beat them on the road. The Bills do have wide receivers. Josh Allen will be hard to be stopped. Josh Allen is great. I know the defense has lost everybody, but there's a reason why the Patriots had to be able to beat the Bills. Is being able to stop Josh Allen. So we'll win this one at home. The last two games will probably 1-1. The Chargers, Justin Herbert. How good would the Chargers be? Uh, I know that Jim Harbaugh would be great in developing Justin Herbert. On the road, I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where the Chargers are supposed to win this game, but then they lose. So we'll win this one on the road against the Chargers right here. That put us at 11-5. And then last game of the season, we'll lose to the Buffalo Bills week 18. So that put us at 11-6. But yeah, this is the whole roster of the Patriots and stuff, and the whole schedule. Uh, but we'll have to see how this goes. The Colts would not win as many games as last season. Minshew Manny is taking in Vegas to a new level. We'll see about Vegas because Vegas is in a division with the Chargers and the Chiefs. So I don't know how many games Vegas finna win. They're not finna win as many as the Colts. The Colts will be a good team uh, next year. They really will. Um, just looking at the draft picks for the Patriots. Um, Patriots going 11-6. You can laugh madness all you want. They're going 11-6, and they're making the playoffs. The draft picks that they have: Drake May, Jalen Polk was a great pick. Offensive tackle Caden Wallace was a great pick. Landon Robinson was a great fit. Javon Baker was a great pick. Marcellus Dial Jr. was a great pick. Joe Milton was a surprising pick in the sixth round. And then of course you have Jaheim Bell. Jaheim Bell out of Florida State. So that was great. I'm glad that we were able to draft these guys. We have wide receivers, so there's really no excuses at all. We got people to throw the ball to. So all of you haters that are saying the Patriots don't have uh, wide receivers or anything as far as that, we have wide receivers. We have the wide receivers that we have right now are Kendrick Bourne, KJ Osborne, Tyquan Thornton, Demario Douglas. I don't know why Juju Smith-Schuster's still on the team. Jalen Polk, Jalen Rager, Kayshawn Butte, Javon Baker. We got a good wide receiver core. We have Austin Hooper. We have Hunter Henry, Mitchell Wilcox. That is our wide receiver tight end. Our running backs, we got still got Kevin Harris, Antonio Gibson from the Washington Commanders, and Ramondre Stevenson is going to be our starting running back. Due to Ezekiel Elliott going back to the Dallas Cowboys. So basically, if I give you the whole starting lineup, as of right now, Jacoby Brissett is going to be our starter going forward. Um, Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, Ramondre Stevenson running back, wide receivers Kendrick Bourne, Demario Douglas, and Jalen Polk, Hunter Henry, Chuka Okafor, Cole Strange, Jake Andrews, Sidney Slow, the right guard, Mike Onwue, and the starting defense will be Keon White, Devon Gotche, Christian Barmore, Matthew Judon, Juwan Bentley, Jelani Tavi, Josh Uche, Jonathan Jones, Kyle Duggar, Jabril Peppers, and Christian Gonzalez. That is right now going to be our starting defense. And if you want to get into special teams, Jalen Rager is going to be our kick returner, and Demario Douglas is going to be our punt returner. So this roster looks great. The Patriots always have a great defense. I mean, you got Dietrich Wise as well. You got Marcus Jones. You got Sean Wayne. They got a great defense. The defense is not our concern. You got David Andrews as well. They got a great roster. The roster is here. We just have to be able to execute. And the New England Patriots will execute, and they will go 11 games and lose 6. 11-6. This is it as far as the Patriots. Don't forget, the New England Patriots are the best team in America. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Total Pole Nation. Like I said, The New England Patriots, this is a new era of the New England Patriots. They will go back to the playoffs for the first time since 2021. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be tough. But I will tell you something. The Patriots are something special. The Patriots will be second or third in the AFC, and the Bills will probably win the division. But I hope they don't. But if they do, it's going to be I told you so. And that's all I got to say. Let's go, Patriots. See the shirt. Let's get to work. We got to get back to work. I'm very confident in this roster. The New England Patriots will advance to the playoffs. Don't forget Totem Pole Nation. You can sponsored by St. Pete Rejuvenate, and also you can go to autograph.io, download it on the Google Play or App Store, and use our code Totem Pole Nation to sign up. So this is it for Totem Pole Sports. This is the whole recap of New England Patriots 2024 schedule and key matchups. Without further ado, we'll see you on Monday for more content of Totem Pole Sports, any related to Totem Pole, even life lessons. Y'all have a great day.